My name is Dr. Malcolm Sincere, licensed therapist here at New You Counseling Center. And according to the court documents in front of me, you are here as part of your probation requirements. It says you were ordered to complete counseling for anger management, domestic disputes, and emotional regulation. And it also notes that the judge believed you had the potential to change if you had the right support.
Man, whatever. I don't even know why I'm here. They said I had to come talk to you if I wanted to stay out on probation. So here I am, sitting in this office looking stupid. Ain't nothing wrong with me. People just stay playing with me. My whole life been people trying me, disrespecting me, pushing me. And every time I defend myself, I'm the one who gets locked up. I wouldn't even got caught up in that robbery if folks wasn't running their mouth. Everybody swear they know what I should do with my life. But they ain't the ones who grew up how I grew up. Man, look, I ain't come here to cry, talk about feelings, none of that. I just need to get these sessions over with so I can get back to trying to find a job so I can pay my child support. And before you ask, no, I don't trust this process. And I don't trust you either.
Now, Malik, I hear everything you just said. You are tired. You feel judged. You feel like nobody understands where you come from. And you feel like every time you defend yourself, you end up paying the highest price. You are not crazy for feeling that. You are not weak for admitting it. You are a young man who grew up in a world that taught you how to fight, but never taught you how to heal. And let me tell you something from both my training and my faith. God never designed you to carry all that weight by yourself. You have been living in survival mode for a long time, but survival is not the same as living. You may not trust this process yet. That is all right. Trust is something we build, not something you owe me on day one. All I ask is that you show up. Let me walk with you. Let me help you unpack the things nobody ever gave you space to talk about. Because Malik, you are not too far gone. You are not beyond help. And you are not the mistakes on these papers. You are a young man who still has a life worth rebuilding. Let us slow down for a moment. I want to understand you better. Not the papers, not the charges. You. So take me back. Help me see where you come from. Tell me about your childhood, your home life, the people you were around, the things you saw, the things that shaped you. And if you are willing, tell me about your relationships, how you learned to love, how you learned to protect yourself, what hurt you, what helped you survive. During this first session, I am not here to judge you. I am simply here to listen, to understand, to see you as a man, not a case number. Let me build trust with you. Let me show you that you can sit in this room without being attacked or disrespected. Just honesty and compassion. Can we do that? Can you give me a little piece of your story so we can start this work together?
All right, bro. You want to know the truth? Here it is. Everything for me started with my mom's. She had me at 17. Still a kid herself. She wasn't really a mother. She was more like an older sister that happened to live in the same house. We either lived with my grandmother or every now and then my mom would move in with some dude she was with. She talked bad about men every day. Men ain't this. Men ain't that. Men cheat. Men lie. Men leave. But then every night there was some man in her bed. Different dudes all the time. Some of them drug addicts. Some drunk. Some drug dealers. Some just dangerous. I grew up hearing yelling and screaming every day. My mom always fighting with some dude. Cussing, doors slamming, fists hitting walls. Sometimes fists hitting her. And as a little boy, I would step in like I could protect her. I fought grown men at 13. I thought that made me a man. School never mattered. My moms never talked about grades. Never asked if I did my homework. It was always, don't let nobody disrespect you. And make sure you score 20 or more points tonight. That was it. She kept me in Jordans, though. Fresh haircut every week. Designer clothes. She made sure I looked the part. But she never taught me how to feel, or that it was okay to feel anything at all. She told me crying was weak. Told me real men don't show emotions. So I learned early that silence was strength and anger was protection. Teachers and coaches tried to talk sense into me, but anytime a man raised his voice, I saw every dude who ever hurt my mother, so I disrespected them. Suspended all the time. In fights every week. I started smoking weed at a young age to cope. Since I was around it all the time, I figured it was okay. The only thing that saved me was basketball. I was 6'4", fast, strong. I could dunk by 8th grade. Girls loved me. Attention came easy. Sex came easier. Man, sex was nothing to me. The girls liked the way I dressed, liked my height, liked the fact that I was tough and popular. Half of them didn't even ask me any real questions. It was just sex. No connection. No real love. Just bodies and nights. I don't even remember. I thought basketball was going to get me and my moms out the hood. I pictured buying her a house, fixing everything she ever broke in me. But I blew it. Got into fights, disrespected coaches, got caught up in drama, lost my scholarship before I could play one college game, went right back to the streets. Then life got real. 5 kids with 4 different women, no stability, child support taking everything, domestic charges making it impossible to find work. And then the robbery, the stupidest decision of my life. I'm not a bad person. I just didn't know any other way. No real role models in my life. Every man I ever met wanted to talk to my mother. Hell, even some of my coaches wanted my mom's. I'm just tired. Tired of running. Tired of fighting. Tired of pretending I got this. I'm 28 years old, and I feel like I lived 4 lives already. I don't know how to fix none of this, but I'm here. So maybe that means something.
Malik, that's a lot for one man to carry. And I want you to hear me when I say this. Nothing you just told me is small. Every piece of your story matters, and you matter. You've been fighting battles since you were a boy, without guidance, without safety, without a chance to breathe, and you survived all of it. But surviving isn't the same as healing. Listen, before we go any further, there's something I need to tell you, and it might change how you see everything.